Good evening, everybody. It's me again. Welcome to another episode of my art studio going to make progress for my upcoming business. What you're seeing right now is my logo called Dill Arts. I designed this because I'm very talented at art. And check me out, I'm programming live to show you more of all my artwork as of now. I told you it would start today, even though I'm already wearing a shirt from 1991 depicting Sonic the Hedgehog, mascot of Sega Corporation. I'm so proud he actually came to life after so many debuts in animated shows and games that he's actually famous for, but it's revealed he appears to be an extraterrestrial life form, which clearly had been through so many intergalactic missions, even to recover the Chaos Emeralds and destroy Dr. Eggman, but he appears to be some sort of famous legend, like most aliens have been, like one to create a candy, one to create comedy, and two to act heroic, as well as many others by the classic type, with green skin and black eyes, much like the cartoon Peas, even to grant birth to the band Black Eyed Peas. I like none of their songs, but who knows? Typically Black Eyes can even be a little creepy, but you can see right into them if they're just the whole passages to resemble tunnels, holes, and wind through pipeways, as well as chutes by the slides. Anyway, coming to you live once again, I can even show you what I'm made of, so you can even have yourselves made of something very precious. Let's get started. Anyway, let me show you all the artwork I've been describing lately, which I'm actually good at. These, you see, are shells and rocks. I've started painting them when I got an idea from so many illustrations I found someplace in the world. And it took upon me to get them all correct so I can share them everywhere, even with the companies. Here we have two shells that are painted to look like a stop sign and a go circle. Typically the octagon and the circle would be easy to learn, same for the colors that go with them. But these will be for the schools so kids can learn how to stop and go by following these instructional signs. And here are a pink and a blue shell for the female and male genders. Merge them together to make the purple unisex gender. And occasionally red can even be perfect for females besides blue, and yellow would even suit males as well. This shell over here appears to be part red and part blue. Typically I would consider it both the conduct components for purple. And here are some shells themed for spring flowers, a gift basket, fireworks, a sun, and the United States flag. Way to carry on for such troggling, even to toggle many who recognize our country's freedom, same for legislative icons of the seasons. And here are two rocks I painted, one that looks like a cookie and one with my business logo. Amazing, huh? It's sure, because my business is sure to making a lot of progress slowly, but it'll be quite an accommodation for the rest of the world. And shells and rocks aren't the only things I paint. I even paint on jars. These three over here represent two different types of jelly by the blueberry and the strawberry type, while the center one represents marmalade or honey in the making. Honey, if you've seen my keys, please get them for me, because I got some jelly to hand out to the spreaders for breakfast, lunch, and dinner only by the bread products. This jar back here looks like a ship, because I've seen many ships displayed inside bottles, besides the ancient ones I've toured upon. These two jars over here represent insects of many sorts and fireflies, because a lot of people have caught insects and made a new home right within them, and while catching fireflies at night, made a susceptible wish before setting them free. This jar, showing a bunch of hearts all over it, depicts that devastating song Jar of Hearts, for all those jars that feature hearts of many that have been broken and deliberately deceptive and very much sustainably decimated. But not to worry, that can even be all undone when they find somebody new to love. And I don't just make custom illustrations. I even am widening my business by making copies of famous logos like the rock paint to look like the Barbie logo and the shell theme for Jurassic Park. Typically, they'll be going to the manufacturers of the products and the movies, because I can't wait to hear back from them, and because I'm willing to apprehend new futures for them along with many others. Like, say, for instance, all these shells over here for a lot of clothing and shoe brands, same for the shells for Cat Construction, Regal Cinemas, and the Roku developers for the actual Purple Channel, especially a shell theme for Costco and a shell with the montage of every detail related to Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. I'm proud of all of those companies working together as a team in the process, even to expand the magic, contain an semblance for marvelous powers, and to even contain the force for pride and wisdom. Even upon another type of shell theme for the Wildcats logo. What do you make of it? I keep it for my memories at Villanova, because I don't go there anymore. I used to for Best Buys International, just to stage responsible liability and mastering for the disability people in the making. And now let's check out more projects in so doing. Over here are several pinch pots and bins I created while in school, including a gift I received from the senior center I used to volunteer at. It looks like a dragon, and up here is a paper mache cow mask. The pinch pots are Norwegian and Russian in so doing, and the pinch pot and the bin with handles over here has many oil structures and traces of several iconic legislative characters. The leaf coaster appears to hand out many auto-related sustainabilities. The penguin with the scarf and the hat was one of my first art projects when I was a kid. The leopard seal was made of a confined neutral sculpting material, and the patriotic arrow is made out of air-dry clay. Since they were a new product I even got the hang of, but had to elude getting most of my hands wet and very much clay infested. Here's a beach knick-knack and a air-dry clay hula dancer. Gorgeous and cute she appears to be. The beach knick-knack was overwhelmed to keep in the sun so it would be heard in action during summer festivities. And right down here are a pair of shell turtles, which took me forever to even get right, but I used hot glue to merge them together. Up here appear to be shells representing every country on the planet. Most of them, actually, even if you recall, several of them from the time the Olympic Games actually began, even though they feature the cameo of a Coca-Cola shell that I hope to reward a Coca-Cola truck for, even for a new brand, upon that healthy beverage was originally supposed to be medicine. It is sure to carry out even with its beautiful red color, because it's like an alpha color despite a primary color. And here are 3 other different projects I completed, which took a little bit forever to make. They are a Scooby-Doo vase featuring Mystery Inc. and all the outfits I like seeing them in, including a glass ball with the strawberry shortcake characters, all from Berry in the Big City, and Sonic and Daisy hugging each other. They're my most favorites of all. I hope you all could even proclaim sustainability upon mastering these skills, because I can show you in one of the videos, future-wise, about how it's all done, not only with brushes, but with spindles, to get all the details right. Over here appear to be some customized characters I made for a different theme beyond mythology and multicultural dances and uniforms. I hope they are sold so my business is sure to even flourish naturally. I'm glad you could even recognize what they're wearing just to tell them apart by much. Even by all these extra rocks and shells, which seem to coagulate with their persona, which has also come from my persona. In here appear to be extra shells representing the holidays and more icons, even for the currency and other types of organizations in the making. I sure hope to use them for decoration, besides willing to have them on display for a bit, and to even legitimately testify the balance of so much creatology. Lastly, over here are my candy cane straws that I made out of paper rolls. Had to paint them even to get them to look like oversized candy modulations for a wonderland of sweets. They'll even be perfect for an organ. And upon all odds, many have really carried out their masterpieces over the generations for a lot of witnesses and glorification. Oh, by the way, here are 2 rocks with Rayman, Spyro, and Frogger. And several other jars containing the Kim Possible characters, Mickey and Minnie, the Loxo lamp with the Loxo ball, and Haley Sonic characters. Painted them to glorify the professional animators who started their legacy and all their journeys in the making, same for their iconic mascot, determination and position. Well, that'll be all for this point. Back to you, and see you real soon.